Today we are diving into the rising wave of two standout UK talents, EsDeeKid and fakemink. With roots deeply embedded in British street culture and a sound that blends raw authenticity with boundary-pushing creativity, these artists are redefining what it means to come up in the modern music industry. Their sound is heavily inspired by jerk beats, bouncy, energetic and packed with that nostalgic early 2010s flavor. In the rest of this video, I'll break down how to build a beat in that same style. I've been yapping too much, time to cook up.
But yeah, thank you.
For this jerk style sound, we are going with a faster tempo, in this case 195 BPM. Now that our tempo is set, I'm starting the beat with those iconic jerk style drums, just like EsDeeKid uses in his track Cali Kid.
Don't talk shit like you know you're just bored. Need a tour life easy.
What you just heard is built on a simple clap rhythm. The clap by itself doesn't quite hit, so we throw in a snare pattern to bring that bounce. Now we are adding one of my favorite elements in EsDeeKid and fakemink's production, the moaning sound. With that in place, our basic drum pattern is done, and we can move on to the super distorted 808 you'll hear in most of their tracks, for example fakemink's KC Lola. I'm using a pretty basic 808 sample, but to get that heavy, distorted sound, I've added Logic's stock overdrive plugin. Next, I wanted to build a melody, something simple but catchy like the ones in EsDeeKid's track 5 AM. I found a nice preset in one of my favorite synths and laid down a clean, minimal melody. After that, I jumped into Search XT and by randomly tweaking some buttons, ended up with this sound. Once I was happy with the melody, I bounced it to audio using the shortcut Ctrl+B. Now that we've got the audio file, we can apply that stop effect we hear in the reference track. To avoid any clicking sounds where we make those cuts, I added small fades at the end of each section. I wanted to process the melody further, so I threw on Logic's stock bit crusher. Then I added an EQ and cut the low end to keep it from clashing with the 808. To widen the sound, I used Ozone Imager. And to glue all the effects together, I finished the chain with OTT. While I was working on the melody, I got the idea to add another percussion element. To keep the beat dynamic, I threw in some extra 808 hits. For the build-up section, I added another moaning sound, but this time I cut the low end, shortened the decay and pitched it up a few semitones. I grouped all the moaning sounds into a track stack using Shift plus Command plus D and added fresh air to boost the highs. I also added a second clap for the build-up, just a touch of high and low end cuts to keep it sitting in the background. Then, for a smoother transition, I used a high cut filter with automation. For the drum track stack, I used my go-to saturation plugin Xtressor New. To enhance the highs on the drums, I added another instant of fresh air. That wraps up the production part. Now let's jump into the mastering chain. I started with a soft clipper to add some extra distortion to the bass. Then I added a limiter to make sure nothing goes over 0 dB. A little bit of fresh air on the master bus adds that final shine. And to finish it off, I used MoMA, just to make the speakers blast. That's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you next time.